Are you 60 and above and still working? Well, if you are, the Labour movement hopes to review your wage cut. Replying to a concern raised as part of the NTUC Ordinary Delegates Conference, NTUC Secretary-General Lim Swee Say said the wage cut is unfair.
Brother Simon Ong of HSEU proposed that we do away with the wage cut because right now the law provided for 10% wage, up to, not 10%, but up to 10% wage cut upon the age of 60. Having worked so closely with the management to support the migration from a seniority-based wage system to one which is performance-based. So to keep that 10% wage cut at the age of 60 is being unfair to the workers. Because in other words, workers who are on performance-based would actually be penalized vis-a-vis workers who are on seniority-based.
At the conference, Mr. Lim stressed that having a cheaper, better and faster economy should not come at the expense of older and poorly educated workers.
But in Singapore, being pro-business, being pro-worker, the two must go hand in hand. As a labour movement, we will not support any policy. We will not support any strategy. There is only pro-business and not pro-worker.
There were worries among the unionists that the push towards higher productivity may disadvantage certain groups of workers. Assistant Secretary-General of NTUC, Madam Halimah Yacob, cited a survey conducted by NTUC among women where the largest fallout from the workforce were women in their late 20s and early 30s.
They enter the workforce in droves, comparable to the males, but in late 20s and early 30s they fall out because they start having a family, and then that's where they find that they cannot manage and cope.
She also believed the sharing of flexi-work practices among companies would yield best results.
We want to push for a lot more flexible work options at the workplace. Some of them say that we don't want to work the full hours, we want some part-time options. Some of them say it's very difficult for us to work fixed hours, and because we have got to send our child to the childcare center or to the kindergarten, to school and so on. They want flexibility in terms of starting and ending times. Also, they want flexibility in terms of the location of the work as well.
However, the MP for Jurong GRC admitted that the challenge still lies in small and medium enterprises, even as many others are embracing flexi-work options.
We have in the banking sector, like DBS for instance, these are local companies. So there are a lot of local companies as well as MNCs that are already doing it. Of course, the challenge for us is more of also the SMEs, the smaller, medium-sized companies. They do face a challenge because they don't have the expertise, and sometimes also they do not have enough manpower.
The challenge now for Singapore is to make every worker count so that no one gets left behind.